the easiest way to come to school was using the bus. The bus, especially for international students, I think is really, really important. So if you're going to pick a place to stay, make sure that you're on the main bus routes that go through the university. It's really easy and it's free. That means you don't have to buy a car, you don't have to pay for gas, you don't have to pay for car insurance. It's a lot of money that you can save up by just using this free service that's offered you from the university. So the bus is primarily my main way of transport. Later on, I managed to buy a bike, and from that point on, I'm actually using the bike very frequently, especially when I'm coming to school.
I use my own car to go to school. I think that is the most convenient way, because this way you also can discover different parts of Long Beach and wider to different parts of California.
You can take the taxi. It's probably going to be more expensive, but I think most classes hold during the period when the buses still run. I think they run until like midnight, so that doesn't really happen.
I do have an Uber app, which is really helpful, because if a bus isn't there on time and you have to get to class, you have to just spend some money and use an Uber, and the Uber app isn't really that expensive.
Thanks to Google, thanks to the maps, to the schedule, you can actually tell when the bus is supposed to arrive, and getting there 5 minutes before the bus leaves should be, sufficient to get you in time.
It takes time, but I never felt that I'm restricted. I was going to LA, downtown LA, at least twice a month because I had friends there. And it took me, from the time I left my door to get there, around an hour and 20 minutes, which on a rush hour is about the same time that takes you to go with a car.
Then our school has also facility of Zipcar, which is a really good option. You can rent a car for 1 hour. So if you want to go somewhere, you want to buy some groceries or something, you can rent a car for an hour, and then you can use that and you can put it back, which is a really inexpensive option.
If you intend to live close to campus, that should be fine. You can take the buses back and forth and stuff. But if you're living kind of farther away, like 30 minutes away, getting a car might be more, might be more reasonable, because the buses can take a bit longer.
I think the best part I give you about transportation is to get your own car, because that way you can actually experience more of the city, more of the state, and more of the country, because you can travel and do road trips and help your friends too.
To get a license, there's no reason of dealing in that. And our state, California, allows to use Indian license for 1 year. So you can, if you want to rent a car, you can rent a car with the Indian license.